So why don't you just like give an example?
Okay. An example. I heard you say the word non-duality, the phrase non-duality. So we could say, this is a rose.
This is a rose.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
And I would ask you, is it true? Can you really know that that's true? Whoever told you such a thing?
I bought it at Lucky's. They said it was a rose, and I believe them.
Yes, yes, and you didn't stop to investigate.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing, to know for yourself. You know, yeah, they told you it was a rose, and can you really know that that's true? To be still with that and find out for yourself.
Well, does the name matter even?
No.
So it doesn't matter if it's a rose, it's just, it is what it is.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's like, is that like the fifth question? Or that's the fifth, no,
No,
the fourth plus experience?
No, those were the first two.
Those are the first two.
Yeah,
Okay, what's
is
the
it true?
third?
Can you really know that it's true?
Uh-huh.
And then the third one is, what do you get for holding the belief that that's a rose? How do you live? You know, how do you live? You perpetuate the separation, that this is a rose, that implies that that's a floor, and this is a man, this is a woman. So you perpetuate the separation in that way. You know, in the beginning was the Word, and actually the Word is everything, and it is without form. I don't know where this just came from, but I'm experiencing it now. So what do you get when you hold that? You continue to perpetuate what's not, in my experience.
You're freezing the infinite. You're freezing movement, and it doesn't serve.
Yeah, it's served for a while, and some of us are through with it now. You know, we're going in and asking for ourselves. So, you know, that's not ever going to be a rose for me. I can't make that happen. I can't make that happen. It's not.
See, but
I've
I mean,
investigated.
can't you have that experience and still say, I'd prefer what people call roses on the set than I would prefer pansies on the set, even though they cost a little more for all.
Well, no, I prefer what is. I'm a lover of what is.
I know, but if you went into a store and or, you know, I mean, this is a beautiful, I mean, you'll say somebody gave it to you. I know you say
Only because it's true.
Right, no, I understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, do you pick anything in your day? Do you have a preference? If somebody said to you, what do you want for dinner? Would you say whatever you want?
I would speak it, but there would be no attachment to it. Like, I could give you a whole list of things.
So you could have a preference, but it would
me.
only go this deep.
Yes.
In essence.
Yes. Yes.
So, and
if you handed me something, that would be my preference. What is my preference.
So, in other words, there's no other preference in far as you are than that. So whatever, like, you don't have a favorite ice cream in essence.
No. No.
Just the one you would hand me. Are there things you like rather than don't like? In that sense of preference.
I have to tell you, it appears like I do, and it's not my experience.
It's not your experience.
That's not my experience. So the fourth question for this would be, who would you be without your story? Yeah. Who would you be without the story that this is a rose?
So ultimately, people, when they ask those four questions, have an experience of something from what they tell you.
Yes.
And how would you describe that experience?
Delightful.
And does it continue in the next series of thoughts? I mean, does that change the momentum of thinking as a rose, and then you go on that this is a statue or this is a... So would that same procedure, that same process proceed in someone's life so they have more and more delight and less and less concepts?
Yes, yes. Like one of your viewers possibly just went inside to know for themselves about the rose. Their whole world could start just unknotting, just untying the undoing, the great undoing. But once it starts to unravel, it continues with this, because it has the truth is not a respecter of
definition.
Yes.
Right. So when I described a little of undoing, how would you describe a little of undoing?
Freedom.
And what's undone?
A story.
The illusion.
Yes, the illusion. And the illusion that we have cherished and held sacred for so many, in the story for all of time.